Today we are going to look at, so in the last class we saw how to visualize data. That's again just one entry into really the huge possibilities that you have for data visualization under R, right? And I'm sure you have been exploring things on your own, looking at ggplot2 tutorials on the net, yeah? Okay, today we'll look at how to handle large data sets, very large data sets, yeah? Because very often as economics researchers, you are confronted with very large data sets. Okay, what are those data sets? So data sets like, for example, the NSSO consumption expenditure data set, right? Okay, or PLFS periodic labor force survey data set. Okay, so those kinds of data sets. Yeah, you can't, and no. So we'll also go ahead after a few lectures to actually reading those data sets and making sense of that. So how to read the PLFS data set, etc. That we will of course do in class. But today we'll take the first step towards, there are some inbuilt data sets in R which are very large. So we'll try to understand how to handle those data sets. Yeah? Okay. So I'm now going over to R. Okay, so I want you to install two libraries. Install packages. Okay, I want you to install a package called NYC Flights 13. Okay, NYC Flights 13. Okay, let me try to make this bigger. Oh, it's too big. Okay, so that data set is install packages NYC Flights 13. Do you see that? Flights 13. Yeah, this is the data on every single flight that took off from the John F. Kennedy Airport in New York during 2013. Every single flight that took off and every single flight that landed. And a lot of data on, yeah.
Sir, can you share the screen?
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, sorry, I have not shared it still. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah? Can you see my screen now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Please, hello? Hello? Please give me just a minute. हाँ बोला बार हो चालेल ओके तुला फोन करतो ना एक जण हां okay sure so NYC Flights 13 right okay so please install NYC Flights 13 right every single flight that took off and landed at the New York airport right and I want you to install another install packages tidyverse okay install tidyverse
Show the two like the names of the packages.
yeah so basically you have to do tools install NYC flights 13 and tidy words. Okay? Tidy words. Yes, to be comma in the middle. Alright? And these have to be installed. NYC flights 13 and tidy words. Has everybody done that? Yeah?
I didn't put the comma. I think it's still running.
I mean, it is down installing, no ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Or space or comma, right? I just...
Space.
Yeah? Sure? Okay. So now once you've installed this, okay. So now what we'll do is, okay, now library NYC flights 13 DPLYR. Okay, sorry, library tidy words. And I'm sure you already have a library, just to be on the safe side, ggplot library DPLYR. You have all these libraries onto your laptop now because we've been installing them for the last so many days. Yeah? So let me check whether, because this is not my computer, this is Savita's computer. Let me see whether it actually has that. There is no package called tidy words. Install packages. So tidy words here, install. So it takes some time to install this. Yeah? Okay, wonderful. Yeah? It will take a little while for all those. Because tidyverse is a collection of a lot of packages. So it all installs all of that and checks everything and all that. Yeah? Okay, so these are all I have read now. These are packages. Okay, so now, my God, library, I said DPLYR, right? Okay. Now, just say data flights and then just view flights. Okay? So do you see these flights? Tell me what does this have? Yeah, so year, month, day. So what does month 1, day 1 mean? 1st January, right? Departure time 5:17. Scheduled departure time 5:15. So it actually departed 2 minutes early, right? Okay, departure delay would be 2 minutes. Yeah, so 2 minutes late, so departure delayed 2 minutes. Arrival time 8:30. Scheduled arrival time, arrival delay. The name of the carrier, United Airlines. Yeah, flight number. There's a tail number, right? There is a flight number on the origin. Where did it take off from? Destination. Air time 227 minutes. Distance 1400 kilometers. Right, hours 5 minutes 15. Okay, yeah, time hour. Okay, so this is the data, and for how many such flights do you have this data? 3,36,776, right? So obviously that's something that will be hard to handle in Excel, right? It's a large data set. Okay, so we'll today understand how we can manipulate and work with such data. Yeah, okay, how we can clean that data, how we can massage that data, right? Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah. Okay, now if you ask for class, right, if you ask for class of flights, tell me what does it say? If you say class flights, right, you're being introduced to a new object now. If you say class flights, it says it's a data frame table, right? Yeah, okay, why? Because not all columns are rows and columns. If you saw the last column, it is something different, right? So it's a table, right? It's a little bit more general object compared to a data frame, which is just like an Excel spreadsheet. Because the last column had more, right? Last column was not really in the Excel spreadsheet kind of a format. Yeah, so we have a bigger, you have a more complicated, a more general object. Okay, so now what we'll do is, suppose now, okay, we want only flights whose destination is, say suppose what we want to do is, we want to kind of use this, right? Okay, so if you want to see some of this data, now a new command that we'll do is you have to just see some of this data, but I don't think it's a very helpful command, but glimpse flights. Yeah, and you get a sense of what this data is here. Yeah, if you run this glimpse flights, if you run this, then you get something at the bottom. Yeah, what does it tell you? It tells you scheduled arrival time, departure time, etc. Some of that data you can see. You get some sense of what that data is. Okay, so we don't want to see this again and again, so I will kind of hash this out. I'll kind of hash this out and also hash this out. So glimpse is just a glimpse of the data set, right? Okay. Okay. So now, suppose we want to ask a more very complex question now. What's the complex question? We want to, from all this data set, take flights whose destination is IAH, right? Okay? Whose destination is IAH. Take only flights whose destination is IAH. Then from these flights, right, we want to find the mean arrival delay for these flights. So we want to find the average arrival delay for flights that have a destination IAH, capital I. You know destination for each flight. Right, so what you have to do, you have to take each flight, right, and then from each flight, so you have to take each flight which has destination IAH, then take the arrival for every day, you have to find the arrival departure times, and then we want to find the minimum, we will calculate the arrival delay, and we have the data on arrival delay, we want to find the mean arrival delay, right? Okay, so there, now we can do all this in a single command, right? That's where, and something called a pipe will now become, will be using. Did we use a pipe last time? Okay, so we'll be using pipes, right? Okay, so now what do we do is flights, okay, flights, pipe would have, yeah, flights, okay, filter, yeah, destination is equal to 2 equal to, right? Why 2 equal to? Because the computer has to check for the condition every time. Each flight will have some destination. We want to only pick out those which have destination IAH. Yeah? So we want the computer, we want R will check every time. For every, all those 3,36,000 flights, it will check every time whether this flight, does it correspond to the condition destination is IAH. Right? So we are writing, which is why we should write 2 equal to signs. Because we are asking R to check. Is this clear? Right? Sure? Okay. Right. So now, okay, now we have to write a further pipe. Okay? Now, important command. We have to now group this. Group by, okay, year, month, day. Right? Okay? So what do we want? We want for the flights, for the flights having destination IAH, for each month, each day, we want the mean arrival delay. Right? We want the mean arrival delay for each day, each month, each year, each day, right, of the month. So 1st January, what was the mean arrival delay? 2nd January, what was the mean arrival delay? 3rd January, what was the mean arrival delay? And so on. Right? So first we ask the computer to group the data by year, month and day. Right? Okay, then...
One question here.
Yeah.
Sir, is the order like important? Like you have put the year first, followed by the month and the day?
Yeah, because what you want to do? You want for January... So you want 2013 January 1st, right?
Okay.
So therefore, what you have to specify the order accordingly, no?
Yes.
1st of January 2013, right? So first data will have to group by year, then by month, then by day, right? Okay. And then finally, I'm going to take this away. Yeah? Okay? We want to define a new variable called arrival delay, right? Or we have to just call it say delay, whatever name you want to give, right? delay is equal to, we have to, sorry, what am I doing? Now we want to summarize this. So summarize delay, all right? I'm kind of breaking it here just so you can see what's happening, okay? But put it in a single line. Yeah? Mean okay. If there are some NAs in the data, then it will say I can't calculate the mean, so write that. Okay, let's go on this, let's just go on the previous line and I can cut this here. Alright? Yeah? Sure? So what have I done? Flights, filter by destination, then summarize the day, by group the data by year, month and day, right? Year, month and day, then summarize, create a new variable called delay, which is the average of the arrival delay for each day, each month, each year. Right? And NA to RM is equal to true means if for calculating the mean, if there is some data which is not available, there will be an NA which will be a character. So the computer will say I can take an average of numbers and a character in the middle. There can't be an alphabet, right? So it says if there are NAs, remove the NAs. Yeah? Sure? And then suppose you want to put this into an object called A. Suppose you want to put this into an object called A. Right? You have to store this, for example. Yeah? So understand we are doing a fairly complex exercise. We are taking flights which have destination, we have about 3,36,000 flights. We take only flights which have a destination called IAH, right? Then we arrange that data for each year, each month, each day. And then for each year, each month, each day, we find the mean arrival delay for those flights. And then save that data in a variable called A. If you have to do it in Excel, how will you do this? You will first filter by destinations, right? Once you have filtered by destination, how will you arrange it by year, month and day? You have to sort everything by year, sort everything by month, sort everything by day. Then, but how will you take the mean of E for each day? Fairly complicated operation, right? This is, but you can see how easily you can do it in R, right? Okay, so if I just do this here now, what has happened? I left some bracket, I think, unopened. Have I left some bracket?
Last line. Yes.
Where? Here.
Yes.
I need one more bracket, no? Thanks. Yeah? Correct. Yeah? So if I just say view A now, right?
So I am getting an error, like the pipe, this is an error, the pipe operator requires a function called RHS.
A function called?
RHS. RHS.
Let me just hold on. Let me put this into A. Yeah. Let me just finish this so I will tell you. Yeah. So now if I just say view A, if I say view A, I get this. Month 1, this is the average delay. Second day of the first month, I've got this delay, right? Third day, sure, right? So I get data for 365 entries because there are 365 days on year 2013. There is only 1 year, 2013. There are 12 months. There are 365 days, right? Okay. Now, can you share your screen? So are you guys, are some of you getting this?
Yes, sir. So this is straight line before A.
No, so it was my mistake, not yours. Right? Okay. So you needed to put that data into A. Do everything and put that into A. Right? Do everything and put that into A. Are you getting this now, Pallavi?
Yes, sir. I'm getting it.
So now, that is okay, right? So you have been able to get the mean delay for every month of every day of every month. Yeah? You got the data for every day of every month. Okay? Right? Sure? You got the data for every day of every month delay. Okay, now suppose you did not want it for every day, but you wanted the average delay per month. So you don't want the average delay on the 1st January of 2013, 2nd January 2013, you just want the average delay for the month of January, average delay for the month of February, average delay for the month of March, right? What will you do? Yeah, in the group by just drop day, right? In the group by just drop day and see what happens. In the group by, just drop day and see what happens. Huh? First just remove the day part. So it says, so arrange the data by year, month and calculate the average delay. Done? You got average delay for every month. So simple, no?
12 entries, right? 12 entries, right?
Pardon?
So now there are 12 entries.
12 entries. Average delay for January, average delay for February, average delay for March and so on.
Okay.
Yeah?
I have one more question. So you are putting the object, you are giving the object as A. So my question is can you give the same object name? It is working, in the previous command also.
Yeah, so because I was not interested in saving that, right?
Okay.
I was just got overwritten just to show you how that's done. But you can keep on giving same name or different names if you want to save those objects somewhere. If you're interested in retaining both the data, then you can give A and B or whatever names you feel like. By day, by month, whatever, something that would be suitable. Yeah? Right? So you saw how easy it is to. Right? Okay? Sure? Okay. Okay, so now suppose I want to take out only those data where the departure delay has been more than or equal to 2 hours, more than 2 hours. I only want to take out data where the departure delay has been more than 2 hours and save it into an object called C. What will you do? So flights, right? Filter, departure dot delay greater than 120, right? And then put this into say B, right? Yeah? So filter departure delay greater than 120 because it's 2 hours, right? So we'll take the data set flights, then apply the filter, take out only data where the departure delay is greater than 2 hours, and save that into an object called B, and then view B. Right? Getting it? Yeah? Okay?
So getting a calendar?
Can I see your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unexpected.
Okay, somebody wants to join this call, so let me just admit them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, can I see your screen?
Yes. So this is my screen.
Okay.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah. Flights, okay, filter departure delay greater than C. And was it saying?
This one, this error.
Yeah. Because you have put see, you don't need that straight line now, right? Because you are not doing this calculation, putting it into an object called C, correct? So there is a straight line that you have drawn behind the arrow.
Okay, this one.
You don't need that, right? Because it's only you need it only when you require the pipe. It says you have done this calculation now, and now you have to save this object into an object called C. You have to assign it to C. You don't need a pipe there.
Is it fine now? Like,
No, ma'am. This is okay, but now it has to go to you have to take this and assign it to C, right? So what is the assignment operator that you use?
this one?
Yes, that's the assignment. Now put it into C. Yeah, just write C there. So basically do this and assign it to C. Yeah?
I did it, I don't know. Okay. That's a pipe I did not need.
You don't need a pipe there, right? A pipe is only for going to the next command, executing the next command. Here what we are doing is we have done everything. Now put it into an object, assign it to an object called C. So you are only using the assignment operator. Correct?
Already.
Okay, thank you. So can everybody see this? Okay, now suppose I want to have flights that departed on 1st of January only. What will I do? Flights, pipe, filter, right? Month is equal to 1 and day equal to 1. Yeah? Sure? Yeah? And then suppose you want to view it, assign it to say D or something. I'm just adding these. And then if you see view D, yeah, if you view D, so you got all these. First day of the month, 842 flights took off. Yeah, on the first month, first day, right? Okay. What would the code be? Think of this. So just filter month and day. Month is 1 and day is 1. Right? Yeah?
So I have one question here.
Yeah.
So I think so right now, like we have done the filtering in terms of the rows, I guess. I mean, we are discarding some rows, like we want to fill it, but we are able to view all the columns. So we have not yet put the foundation of the columns, I guess.
Pardon, come again. I didn't get your answer. Question. Yeah.
Yes, so I think the conditions that we are putting now, let's say in terms of month and day or,
Yeah.
so it is giving us it is just showing us, all the variables for the specific rows.
Yeah.
Right? We are concerning the columns right now. Like we are able to see all the columns, like all the variables, but for the month.
For the 1st of January 2013. Yeah. You are seeing all the data, but only for 1st of January 2013. We have extracted the data only for 1st January 2013. Right? Okay. Suppose you want to extract data for January and February. Right? Interestingly, this and here, right? And here is a union. Right, first month, and so it's right. So now, it's an intersection. Day one, right? The and here is an intersection, right? It's an intersection. Suppose you want a union. So data, you want to get data which satisfies the condition that month is equal to 1 or month is equal to 2. So instead of and, you wanted to use a or, right? If instead of and, you wanted to use a or. Everyone understands this? Okay, so which would be, so if I do this, if I just copy this, Control C, Control V, month is equal to 1, this straight line is equal to 2, right? This will be or, right? So this condition or this condition, and is an intersection here. The straight line is a union. So if you want union of two sets, you say A straight line B. If you have an intersection of two sets, A and B. Yeah? Right? So if you do this and visualize D, what do you get?
So we get the data for the first month and then the data for the next month.
Yeah. So both, right?
Yes.
Okay? There is an alternative. If you have lots of months, right? Suppose you want to get data from the month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then writing this statement will be very boring, no? Month is equal to 1, month is equal to 2, month is equal to 3, right? Or you wanted to extract data from dates 1 to 15, right? So day is equal to 1, day, it will be a long thing. So there is a shorter way you can do it, right? The shorter way to do this is as follows. Flights, okay, filter month is equal to month, so month in C 1 to 4, and now put it into D, right? So what this will do? This will apply the condition 1 to 4, right? So 2, you will write it like this, 2, 3, 4, right? So all these numbers, the vector C has 1, 2, 3, 4. So for all months which correspond to this condition, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? Okay, you will get the data and put it into D. Yeah? So if you now view D, yeah, so you will get data. If you look at month now, if you pull it down, the end will be month 4, right? Yeah? Yeah?
So what does the C mean? Is it the condition? Like the
No, C is just a concatenation. No, C is a column vector. So you say this column vector has values 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah? So it says there is a collection of numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, and in R you write collection of numbers as C bracket collection of those numbers separated by commas, and then we are saying that month, whatever dates correspond, whatever the month, whatever values for the month correspond to whatever is there in that collection of numbers. So if month equals 1, the collection of numbers as 1, so take data for month is equal to 1, collection of numbers as 2, so take month equal to 2, collection of numbers as 3, so take month equal to 3, collection of numbers as 4, take month equal to 4. The collection of the months doesn't have the C does not have 5, so don't take data 5, don't take data 6. Right? So if you wanted data only for January, March, so if you wanted to data 1st, 3rd, 9th and 12th month, what will you do? If you want to data only for the 1st, 3rd, 9th and the 12th month.
When C will replace 1, 2, 3, 1,
1, 3, 9 and 12. You will replace C by 1, 3, 9 and 12 and you'll only get the data for those 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah?
If you want to do for all the months, let's say from 1 to 12, then we need to put all the numbers.
Yeah. You have to put all the numbers. But you already have that data, no? Because the full data is just all the 12 months. You just have to look at the original data set which is there for all the 12 months. Right?
So can we also add days here?
Yeah. So filter month, right? And day equal 1. Right, so check this now. So what does this do now? So this will give you data for, so it will give you all data for the first day of all the months, right? It will give you all the data for the first day of all the months, all the first 4 months. Yeah? Okay? Right? Now, I'm going to give you an exercise. You got data for the first day of the first 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? What I want you to do is take the data for the 1st of January. Right? So data, take the first date of every month and find out the average air time. So tell me what is the average air time on the 1st of January, what is the average air time on the 1st of February, average air time on the 1st of March, average air time on the 1st of April. Right? I want the average air time for the 1st of January, average air time on the 1st of February, average air time on the 1st of March, average air time on the 1st of April. कैसा करेंगे? Average air time. There is a column called air time, right? So if you view D, right? If you view D, yeah? So there are all these scheduled arrival times and all that, right? So there is something called air time here, right? Air understroke time. You see this variable air understroke time? Yeah? And what I want you to do is find out the average value for the air and the variable air understroke time for the 1st of January, 1st of February, on the 1st of January many flights took off. On the 1st of February many flights took off, right?
1531.977.
But it will be one for every, you will get 4 values, no?
Alright, sir. Right now.
Yes, ma'am. So now socho try karo, and then you will, this is probably your first exercise you are doing on your own.
You have to do it for the 4 months now. 1, 2, 3.
What command will you have to use now? Group command, group by first. The data will have to first group by, no? For each month you want an average. Right? Sure, so what is the data? January, all first days. February, all first days. You want a value for January, you want a value for February. You want a value for March. Right? So first you have to group the data by months. Yeah? So group by month, correct?
Yes.
And then what do you have to do? Summarize air understroke time say average, whatever name you want to give, mean air understroke time, and then there might be some NAs, right? And then you want to save that into something called what do you want to save that in? Right? Say data. Sure? Yeah? You understood the logic now? Oh, my problem. Air understroke time, okay? Not air minus time. Air understroke time. Yeah? Are you getting the answer? Suppose you wanted to also know the mean air time, you also wanted to know the max air time. You had average air time, you also wanted to know the max air time. Right? You wanted to know the max air time, maximum air time on these days. What will you have to do? You'll have to do this, right? Maximum is equal to max air understroke time. Yeah? Sure? And then if you see the data, if I say now, what do I have? Okay, average. Now maximum, am I getting NA? I don't write NA.rm is equal to true, right? Yeah? So what should I write here? And then if I run this, Yeah, I have maximum air time for every day. But you see there is a problem. The average air time is the same because it's all first month, no? Right? Air time 91 average, right? Sure? Yeah? So I don't want this air time here. How do I get rid of that? Suppose I didn't put this here. All right? Yeah? Suppose if I remove this, okay? Average equal to average air time, right? And then if I wrote, say maximum is equal to max air understroke time na dot rm is equal to true. Suppose I wrote this, okay, and then see what I'll get. Yeah, so if I now say view data, yeah, so first month, second month, third month, right? Sure? Yes. Now tell me why, what have I changed and what was the mistake I was making and all of us were making. So in this, in summarize, I had also added air time here. Right? There's a variable called air time. So it said, I was asking the computer to show me the air time and then also show me the average. So it says, of course, average air time, so there are say 35, 50, 60 values of air time for each month. The average is something. I'll show you the average, but because you asked me to show all the different air times for the month, I was also showing you that. Once you remove that, is there? Sure? एक मिनट आता है तुम्हें कदाचित you might see it more clearly like this. Would I summarize? Average is equal to mean, would not find the function, summarize, TRUE. E cap पाहिजे ना? पाणी पिऊ तुझं? आता रन कर बघ. आलं? So quick we can do many things, huh? And you can add more variables also. Suppose you have to do it in Excel, how much time it would have taken? दोन मिनिटात आपण एक लाईन मध्ये करतो ना सगळं. We are doing it in a single line. Are you people getting this? Yeah?
Still not getting it.
He's still not getting. Could not find the function.
Sir, S is the capital टाका इथे. इथे S टाका small.
इथे S टाक. आता कर. माझ्याकडे Z पण चालतं. आता रन कर. एक मिनिट. हे तू काय केलंय ते? हे बघ, हे आहे ना, तू डी मध्ये टाकलंय ना.
मराठी हिंदी.
सो यू शुड नॉट, आपने यहाँ डी में डाला था. से आपका क्या था? आपका ऐसे था ना, आपने ये किया था ना डी, तो इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि ये सब डेटा को डी में डालो, ऑब्जेक्ट में डालो, फिर आगे तो पाइप नहीं आएगा ना। आपको ये करना है कि आपने डेटा को समराइज, फिल्टर किया, फिर समराइज, ग्रुप बाय मंथ किया, फिर समराइज,
एंड में डाल,
एंड में डी में डालना है ना। सब काम खत्म होने के बाद डी में डालोगे ना। आ गया? ठीक है। जिस चेक इधर कमांड है सर, कहाँ कर इसको है ये सब, इसको बंद करो, सबको बंद
इसमें
करो।
है ना वो,
इसमें
यही है ना,
फक्त ही लाइन
ग्रुप बाय मंथ, राइट, एंड डे 1 ग्रुप बाय मंथ समराइज, राइट, एंड देन इसको वो डेटा में डाला ना, तो फिर व्यू डेटा कीजिए, है ना।
आ जाएगा।
आ गया? सी आ गया ना। एवरीबडी गॉट दिस? श्योर?
I understand that we have to use refrain instead of summarize because it was dictated from detail.
Nah, don't worry about that.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting ungrouped data.
So 1 month air time, huh? कुठे आहे तुझं? वेर इज द कमांड? हे येतं ना, फ्लाइट्स फिल्टर अँड डे 1 ग्रुप बाय मंथ समराइज एअर टाईम. नाही, हे एअर टाईम काढून टाक ना, कारण एअर टाईम आपण काय करतो, वी आर ऑल्सो आस्किंग इट टू प्रिंट एअर टाईम ना.
Okay.
सो हे काढून टाकलंस ना, इफ यू रिमूव्ह दिस, आता फक्त तेच कॉलम्स येतील.
Okay.
तो काय म्हणतो, कारण तू त्याला काय म्हणतो, मला ॲव्हरेज पण सांग आणि दर महिन्याची एअर टाईमची व्हॅल्यू पण सांग. तो म्हणतो ठीक आहे सांगतो. कंट्रोल झेड कुठे गेलं?
Control Z.
अरे सॉरी,
Command Z.
तुझं मॅक आहे का?
हाँ Mac.
हां, आता रन कर.
Command.
आता जी बघ, आता व्ह्यू कर जी. Everybody got this? Right? Okay? हे तू उलटं काय करतोय? मग कर ना, व्ह्यू डेटा बघ ना, पण समराइज मंथ इन. हां,
कॉमेट कुठेतरी चुकलंय.
फ्लाइट्स फिल्टर अँड डे 1 ग्रुप बाय मंथ समराइज. एअर टाईम काढून टाक ना, हा एअर टाईम नको ना आपल्याला, नुसतं ॲव्हरेज पाहिजे ना. हां, तो काढून टाक. ॲव्हरेज इक्वल टू एअर टाईम, एन इज इक्वल टू आर एम ट्रू. नाही, आता बघ, ही ब्रॅकेट एक पूर्ण केलीस ना तू,
येस.
मग ही ब्रॅकेट एक ब्रॅकेट नको तुला ना, मग हे घेतल्यावर परत इथे ब्रॅकेट पाहिजे ना. हे सगळं समराईज आहे ना, याचा एक सिंगल कमांड आहे.
येस, पण मीनचं जे आहे का, हे ब्रॅकेट इथे क्लोज होतं,
हां.
समराईजचं इथे
नाही, पण समराईजमध्ये तुला हे पण घालायचं आहे ना आता.
ओके, म्हणजे हे
ब्रॅकेट इथे क्लोज केलं पाहिजे ना, हे इथनं काढून टाकलं. आपण 2 कमांड्स त्याला करायला सांगितलं ना समराईजमध्ये. इज एव्हरीबडी गेटिंग दिस? श्योर? या. सो यू रिअलाइज हाऊ क्विकली यू कॅन डू थिंग्स. ते दिला ना चार्जर? अरे बिचारा त्रास उगाच. कुड नॉट फाइंड फंक्शन समराइज. हां, तू डी पी एल वायर केलंस, हे सगळ्या लायब्ररीज तुझ्याकडे आहेत, रन केलंस. हां, झालं. आता कर ना एवढे, तू वरचं रन नव्हतं केलंस.
हां, ते PL परत इन्स्टॉल केलं त्यानंतर.
कारण तू ते लायब्ररी त्याला ते अवेलेबल पाहिजे ना, ते लायब्ररी कमांड्स. आलं? एव्हरीबडी गॉट दिस? या? ओके. हॅलो, या, टेल मी, यू आर गेटिंग एन एरर?
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Sir, can you share the screen?
Can I share the screen? Acha, my screen has got unshared again. Okay. I'm sorry, it keeps on getting unshared. Yeah? You're being able to see that now? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, now suppose you want to change all these months. They are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there are there, no? Suppose you change these months to January, February, March, April, May, June, so on. Yeah? Sure? Okay? You have to change these months to January, February, March, April. So you have to write that. Right? So suppose I am here now. Okay? Right? Say flights, this, okay? Right? Then you have to use a command called mutate. Right? Mutate, okay? And what was the date? Month, right? Okay? Month is equal to case when month equal to 1 January, right? Mutate case 1 month equal to 1 January, right? And then we'll have to write inside month equal to 2 tilde whatever character you want there, February. Yeah? Okay? So if you keep on doing this for all 12, right? If you kept on doing this for all 12, so suppose for example if I just run this now, flights, if I just run this, yeah, okay, left must be a logical vector. Oh, sorry, this has to be twice, no, because is equal to, right? So we are checking for a condition. If month is 1, do this, month is 2, do this, etc. Right, so we are creating a new variable called month. So if you just do this, yeah, and now see if you view the data now, view flights, why is it not changed? It should. Yeah, actually you see the table, January, right? Yeah? Sure? So if you save it into some other object, you will see that that has become, right? If you save it into something, so if you save it into say modified, right? If you save it into something called modified, right? So if you put it into say M, right? And if you now view M, you see the first is January, the second is February, and so on. Yeah? Yeah? So month, if month is equal to 1, tilde the new value. Case understroke mutate creates a, you can change the names of the existing column. So you use the command mutate, which says take the column month, and whenever case, it is the case that month takes value 1, replace it by January, character. Right? When month takes the value 2, replace it by February. Right, like that, and if you keep on writing till December, then you will replace everything by January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah? Sure? So all those 3,17,000 you will replace. So it's a kind of a find and replace command. Is kind of a find and replace command. Right? So find 1, replace it by January. Find 2, replace it by February. But is that you can do it easily here. You can do it more easily here. Just by, I'm not going to write all the 12. But you can keep on changing whatever variable names you have, whatever other names you want to give, so on. Yeah?
So one observation, so
Right.
like if we view the table, so we see like not available I think for all the months other than January and February.
Yeah, because no, so there will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. They'll have their own previous values will be there. Huh?
I think I don't know, but when I'm trying to do the table, I think I'm just saying maybe.
No, so go see M, right? See M, okay. See the object M, right? So if I do tail M, okay, sorry. Tail M, the last values of M, right?
This is NA.
NA.
Numbers are not in there.
Yeah, yeah. So no, so you'll have to change that, right? You'll have to change it right till December if you want to. Yeah, you'll have to remove that. You'll have to keep on changing that till the end, right? Month is 2, February is 3, etc. so on. Yeah?
So sir, will this apply to this code only or to the next codes also? Because when I ran the other codes, it's still showing 1, 2, 3, 4. So it won't change.
No, because what has happened, we are now putting this into an object called M.
Yeah.
Right? Flights is still remaining as it is. And all the other operations we are still doing on flights. Yeah? If you do it on M, then January, February will come. But now currently the mutate column we have said change the values. When the mutate column says okay, it's equal to 1, do this. We are asking it to create new values. It says you have not told me what to do with 3. So it is giving NA. If you write all that and then instead of doing things on
The next, I meant the next codes, like the next time when we are looking at the destination and all. then-
exactly, that's because what we have done, the flights data set is still unchanged. We changed 1 to January, 2 to February and put into an object called M. So if we do this analysis on M, then those things will be there. We are still doing it, flights has not changed at all. So these results will not change here, no? If you change every month in M, in flights, put it into M and do the rest of analysis on M, then you will get those January, February. Because we are not doing anything on M at all, right? We just put it into M. Yeah? Sure? Are you guys getting this? Perfect? Okay? Right. So more. So I think,
All the names, right? I mean, you have to change all the names.
no, I mean I just showed you for just so that you can do it. You don't have to do it right now because it will take a long time. I just gave you the idea. Yeah?
But most of the time we will need interior values.
Yeah. Sometimes you need integer values. No, sometimes what happens, if you use say NSSO data, then it will say 1 say Hindu, 2 Christian. If you want those values there, if you want the characters there instead of the code, right? Suppose you want to do it in a table and show how many Hindus are this, that, etc. Then you might want to kind of change that. Yeah? Right? Sure? Okay. Okay. So suppose now I want to rearrange this data. Okay? So what I want to do is, I want to rearrange the order of columns. I want to take some columns in the front, other columns at the back. Right? So I now want arrange. So it says take flights, arrange, years, year. So I want year, month, day and departure time. Right? And say save it into say some object, say M, and then view M. Yeah, year, month, day. So departure time has come in the front and all the other variables have gone behind, right? So I've rearranged my data. Yeah? The first column is what it is year, the second column is month, third column is day, and the fourth column now I want departure data. So I want to get the data from here. Right? So in Excel what you do, you would cut the column, cut and paste it, right? In another. Yeah? So instead of doing that, you can just do it here like this. So we have rearranged the data now. Sometimes you need to rearrange the order of the columns. So arrange will only do create for you a new order of columns. Okay? Right? Yeah?
Basically, we are bringing this these 4 variables in this order, right?
In this order. And whatever order you want, you can write about the rest of the variables also. Right, the important thing is that you're doing this on scale now. On a data set which has 3,37,000 rows. Right, doing it in Excel will be a real headache, right? Copy, paste, you'll use a lot of memory. Yeah? Sure? Okay, so now suppose I want to arrange this data in descending order of departure delay. I want to arrange this data in the descending order of departure delay. So I want to sort the entire data set in descending order of departure delay. Right? So what do? I write flights. Right, flights, arrange, descending order, departure delay, right? And just so that we see it, we put it into some object called M. I'll keep on just because it helps you to see the data, right? Because R will not show it to you unless that, right? Because R says I have done this, I don't know whether you want to use it somewhere. Right? And now if you view this, you will have the data, entire data rearranged in descending order of departure delay. Yeah? In Excel, what would you have done? You would have selected everything and then gone to the column. It would have given you column names, decide, and then smallest to the highest you would have done. Yeah? But the only challenge would have been the size of the data set is so big.
So I will
Yeah.
question here.
Yeah.
So when you was Excel, in Excel was like whenever you were like kind of running the sort command, so you have two options. Basically, we want to sort the entire thing. I mean, like corresponding to each row, we will be having like some columns. Like so, if you are like running this code, so are you going to like, let's say the 10th, the 10th entry comes to the front. I mean, the row number 1. So my question is like, will all the variables also get like?
Yeah, the whole data set will get rearranged.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean,
Not just that column, the entire data set will get rearranged now.
yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, now suppose you want to remove duplicate rows. Sometimes you have duplicate rows, no, in a data. It's possible that some data entry fellow has entered the same thing again, right? How do you remove duplicates? Very simple, right? Very simple. Okay, all that you do is flights, okay, distinct, and then you save it somewhere. Yeah? So now, so suppose now you want to find all the distinct origin and on departure pairs. You want to find all the flights, all the distinct origin. You want to find out how many flights are originating in one. So basically common pairs, right? How many are Nagpur to Mumbai flights? You want all the Nagpur flights originated in Nagpur ended in Mumbai. All flights which are originated in Nagpur ended in Lucknow, right? All those you want to get together. So you want to find out how many distinct such pairs are there, right? So what you have to do is origin, destination, right? And again, if you want to see this, put it into something called, I'm just writing that M because that's the easiest to write. Yeah? And now if you say view M, yeah? So these are all the unique, so there are 224 such unique pairs. Yeah? There are such 224 unique pairs. Okay? So if you had a data set which had a lot of authors' names, journal articles and all that, right? If you want to find out how many distinct journal and author pairs were there, what will you do? Distinct, author, journal. If you want to say how many authors have published in 1918, you will filter the data by 1918 and say distinct authors, right? Or if you say authors and years, then you will get authors' names and year names. So you will get year, how many authors, right? All the names of authors. Sure?
So one question, like, is it like 224 are common things, right?
Yeah, so there are 224 common origin and destination pairs.
Okay.
Right? Mumbai to Nagpur, Mumbai to Delhi, Jodhpur to Nagpur, Nagpur to Chandrapur, right? There's no flight from Nagpur to Chandrapur, but those could be, Nagpur to Chandrapur would hardly be a flight. Yeah? Okay, suppose you want to find out how many such origins and destinations are there, right? So what will you do? What you will do is, you know that the 24 distinct pairs now, right? So if you say count, okay, count, origin, destination, and say we want to sort this, right? Right, and put it into M. And then say view M. Yeah, so it says JFK to LX, there are 1100 to 11,262 flights. Right, from LGA to ATL there are 10,263 flights. And we have sorted this. So sorted this, by default the sorting is from highest to the lowest. So not only have we counted how many distinct pairs are there, we have also counted how many different flights are taking place from those. Right? So JFK to LAX was a flight, this was a pair, and there were 11,262 flights which operated along these origin and destination pairs. Sure?
So can you repeat this?
So basically it says that if you take the flight so origin of JFK and destination LAX is one route, right? Yeah? So we first found out how many such distinct routes were there, and there are 224 such distinct routes, right? Then when we asked it to count, it says 11,262 flights took off, used the first route, JFK to LAX. Right, so we are also counting now how many flights took off from, use these routes. Yeah.
So what is the sorting here?
Sort is equal to true gives you the highest to the lowest, no? So you will say, I'll do this data and give it in a sorted frame.
So does it also calculate otherwise like LX to JKF? So that would be another parameter.
Yeah. So all the origin to destination pairs it is. So reverse also, if the flight is originating here, it will count that. Because the numbers need not be the same, no? There can be flights from Mumbai to Nagpur, but not necessarily every flight returns from Nagpur to Mumbai. Yeah?
So we can give basically for each combination of...
That's right. That's right. Okay, so shall we take a small break and come back in 15 minutes, and I'm going to give you an exercise now. Can I send some data to Savita so that Savita can send it to everybody? Yeah? हाँ, आता मी ह्याच्यावर करू शकतो. Now I can go to mine. हाँ, email ID तुझा open है. Savita will send you some data, and I want to now test what you have learnt in the last 3-4 classes. Can you really put it to test? Yeah? Okay? This is going to be important for doing the exercise I'm going to ask you to do. So first, let me share my screen. Okay. So I'm starting a new library, new file. Okay. And now I'm going to install a library called Reshape 2. You can also do what I'm doing in DeepLYR, but okay, so Reshape 2. You actually have it loaded because you have loaded tidyr, so Reshape 2 is already there actually. Alright? Okay, it's backing up my R session, so let it do that. गुगलमध्ये जाऊन थोडं सर्च करायचं. नाही, रिशेप टू बघा. बॅकिंग बार सेशन का करतं माझं? हां, इंटरनेट नसेल तुला. ओके. Okay, library reshape 2. Yeah? Okay? So this is a library I am using. Reshape 2 actually TidyR मध्ये आहे, Tidyverse मध्ये आहे, but still. Okay, now I am going to define data which is called the long form data. So I am creating a data frame called long_df. I can give any name, but there are two formats in R. I'll just show you how long formats and wide formats are, so that only if I show you the examples you will learn. Right? So I'm first creating a data in long format. Okay, sorry, wide format, I'm sorry. Wide frame, right? So I'll create a data.frame. Okay? I'm going to create a variable called ID, which is 1, 2, 3, right? A variable called name, which is A, B, C, right? And then I'm going to call results of 3 tests. Test 1, see whatever, 80, 87, 92. This is to be equal to, okay? This is to be equal to test 2, 35, 67, 89. Test 3 is equal to C. So what I've done? So if I run this, if I say view wide_data frame, what do I get? I get IDs 1, 2, 3. This could be roll numbers, for example. These are names ABC. And then I get test 1, test 2, test 3. So this will be like an Excel spreadsheet. Right? But suppose I want to do the following. I want to have A, all the tests, test 1, test 2, test 3 for A. Then for B, test 1, test 2, test 3. And for C, test 1, test 2, test 3 in one column. Right? This is an example of a wide format data frame. Right? So columns, the IDs are there, 1, 2, 3, 4 roll numbers, names of students, and then test scores. Yeah? So test scores are in columns. Right? It could be possible that I want to have all the test scores in rows, test 1, test 2, test 3. For A, test 1, test 2, test 3. For B, test 1, test 2, test 3. For C, test 1, test 2, test 3. Right? I can have that, which is called long format. Right? Which is called long format. Right? So from wide, for instance, you might have, if you look at say financial data, right? You can have data for India 1991 GDP, India 1992 GDP, India 1993 GDP, then Afghanistan, then Pakistan, then England, like that. Or you can have first all the columns. India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, data for 91, then 92, like that, right? So these are two different formats, Right? We learned today how to interchange from one format to another. So here for each individual student we have all the 3 test scores in the columns. But we can have for each individual student all the 3 test scores in rows also. Neeraj test 1, Neeraj test 2, Neeraj test 3, Savita test 1, Savita test 2, Savita test 3, Pooja test 1, test 2, test 3 in one column. Right? For example, if you look at that Adelie penguins data set, then that is like that. Yeah? Right? So if you actually look at, so let me now convert this into the long form. Right? Convert this into the long form. So I want to convert this data into, say, a data frame called long form, right? Long form data frame, right? So what do? I use a command called melt. Right? And the melt command is there in the package reshape 2. What is the data frame I want to work on? The data frame called wide_df, right? The original data, right? Then what do I have to do? What are the variables that I want to identify? The roll numbers and the students' names, right? So I want roll number 1, Neeraj, roll number 1, Neeraj, roll number 1, Neeraj, all the test 1 results. Then test 2 results, then the test 3 results, right? So these are called ID variables, right? So ID.vars is equal to the 2 variables, right? ID and name, correct? And then what I want to do is variable name is equal to test value dot name is equal to score. Right? Suppose I write this. Now see what happens. First watch what happens, right? Now if I say long.df, now you see names ABC, yeah, test 1, names ABC, test 2, right, name ABC, test 3, sure? Suppose I want to change it, right? Suppose I wrote it this way, okay, suppose I interchange these, right? So if I say ID test, right, if I put name here and did value score, see what will happen. Not found in the data set, right? Yeah, so this has to be, so or if I do say test 1, okay, if I do this, what do I get? We have ID test 1, I have to give all the IDs really, test 2, if I did test 3, right, and then if I ran this, now what has happened? Test 1, test 2, test 3 name, right? Okay, but I'll have to now name ABC, right? You saw that. Yeah? So what has this done? If I do this, view long.df, I'll get something like this. Name, I want to interchange that, right? So name, score, etc. Right? Test 1. But the correct way of displaying this is to do what we had done earlier. Yeah? So once I did this, I changed all the rows and columns. I rearranged the data, right? Okay, so this is the wide format. The Excel sheet was the wide format. Now this has become the long format. The long data format will be like this. ABC test 1, ABC test 2, ABC test 3, right? Sure? Okay, so with this, now I'll tell you what is your task. Now this will be a workshop. Now you have to do things on your own, right? Even if it seems hard, don't worry, right? So first, I've sent you a file called rajni.csv, right? That's actually a data file from the NSSO survey, right? So let's open that file in Excel and see what that file is. So I open this file, yeah? So this file is, so how many rows, columns we have here? 34,951 rows we have, right? And this is NSSO data. And then this is about informal serial number, forget this, survey code, household size, religion, social group, yeah? Okay? Usual monthly consumption expenditure of the household, right? So this is some social group of the household, household size, religion, right? Okay? And these are again number of times. So basically what we have to do is, okay, so let's now go to here. So what we want to do is, in this file we are not going to currently look at anything else except usual monthly consumption expenditure of the household, right? So let me make it simple. Consumption, call it consumption, right? Okay? Sure? Save it. Save as. What do you save it as? As a CSV file, right? Save it as a CSV file, which I have. Now, okay, there is a variable called ONP, right? These are levels, right? So religion, if it is coded 1, is Hindu. It's coded 2, it's Islam. It's coded 3, it's Christianity. It's coded 4, it's Sikhism. It's coded 5, it's Jainism. It's coded 6, it's Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, religion, etc. Yeah? Sure? Okay? And if ONP is coded 1, then it's food item only. Expenditure only on food items. Right? ONP 2 is expenditure on non-food items. Okay, but at the moment, don't worry about it. Just do this. Religion 1, 2, just remember this coding. There is a coding on religion, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Sure? 1 is Hindu, 2 is... What I want you to do is, and there is data on family size and there is data on household consumption expenditure. I want you to go read that data in, convert things, right? Convert all the codes accordingly, right? Then summarize, tell me what is the mean household size for across all religions. Tell me what is the mean household consumption expenditure across all religions. Right, so for Hindus, what is the mean consumption expenditure? For Christians, what is the mean consumption expenditure? Right, mean household expenditure. Right, and then give me a table. Put that into a cross table and also do a box plot like we did last time. So for Hindus, I want a box plot of mean consumption expenditure. For Christians, colored. So I want you to do two outputs. One is a box plot, which is showing consumption expenditure, right, and family sizes. So one box plot consumption expenditure, one for family sizes, and one is for, and then two tables. Consumption expenditure, family size. Right? Sure. And I also want you to tell me the relationship between household size and household consumption expenditure. Presumably it should be increasing, right? Households which are bigger should have more consumption expenditure. So I want to visualize this, but I want to visualize a different regression line for different religions. Yeah? So that is the practical job that you have to do. My job is to eat these biscuits. Your job is to do your. Now do it. थोड़ा सा सोचो, आपस में ग्रुप्स करो, कोई बात नहीं. Make groups within yourself. You can chat and do it, right? I've kept those codes here. Religion का code दे. Only religion code you have to work. So first read the data, use this command, save it differently, then on that you have to draw box plots, summarize box plots and all that. exercise. And one of you will crack it, will get a prize next time. The first one to get it will get a prize. क्या करना है? सॉरी, मैं मराठी में बोला, आई एम सो सॉरी. सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू सेव दिस. उसके बाद यू हैव टू चेंज ऑल दोज 1 2 3 टू दीज कोड्स. हाँ, उसके बाद आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज टू फाइंड द मीन हाउस होल्ड कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर एंड हाउस होल्ड साइज फॉर हिंदू, मुस्लिम्स, क्रिश्चियंस, others. Also, you have to plot a regression, plot the scatter of household size and household consumption expenditure. Hopefully it should be increasing, and you have to get that different lines for different religious groups.
Like one question.
Yeah.
You have to run the codes like after reading the data, like after loading the data in the.
Of course, you have to run the code and give me the results. This is a test. Now you will learn.
I think I have to install the command that you not like I think I joined a bit late after the day.
Okay. So basically I showed that how you can restyle the data, right? Reshape to, so how you can actually make something which is in the wide format into long format. Yes, so I'm pasting this in the chat box, okay, for you. So everybody else can go on to see what they were doing earlier. You give some other. कळलं कसं करायचं? Everybody knows? Yeah? Pardon? Here? No, these are the libraries I require, no? You require the library, there are two libraries. I just said there is one reshape to also will be required, right? This is where you read the data. Yeah?
what are things we have to do after that?
Shall we? Wonderful. And did you get the tables also, cross tables?
No, I
For each religion to make a cross table, you also have to create box plots. Box plots for each religion, the distribution of consumption expenditure. Show me the regression plot. Correct. राईट. सर हाऊसहोल्ड साईज इन्क्रीजेस. आता काय करायचं की प्रत्येक रिलिजनसाठी मीन काढायचं, त्याचं एक टेबल काढायचं.
मीन कशाचा मीन?
कन्झम्शन एक्सपेंडिचरचं आणि हाऊसहोल्ड साईजचं मीन काढायचं, एक टेबल करायचं. दुसरं, ईच रिलिजियस ग्रुपसाठी हाऊसहोल्ड कन्झम्शन एक्सपेंडिचरचा बॉक्स प्लॉट काढायचा. हां, आणि हाऊसहोल्ड साईजचा पण बॉक्स प्लॉट, 2 बॉक्स प्लॉट काढायचे.
So I have like set the file in a particular direction, but I'm not able to regarding that.
Have you set your working directory to where you have saved the file?
No.
That you have to do, no? Otherwise, how will R know where it is, right? So you have to tell R where is your working directory.
रिलीजन वाईज मीन कन्झम्पशन आणि
हां, आता तुला ह्याचं टेबल्स करा. पण तशी टेबल्स केले होते ना, कलरफुल टेबल्स सेव्ह करायचे. ओके. आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर प्रत्येकाचा बॉक्स प्लॉट पण पाहिजे मला.
ओके.
हां, ठीक आहे.
सो इंडिव्हिज्युअल बुक्स प्लॉट्स फॉर कन्झम्पशन आणि
या. आता शिकताय ना हळूहळू. स्वतः केलं की हळूहळू सगळं समजायला लागतं. यू स्टार्ट डुईंग इट युअर सेल्फ. यू हर्षा मी काही लेक्चरमध्ये आहे, मी त्याला घेऊन येतो हां 3, 3:30, 4 वाजेपर्यंत. हां ओके, पुण्यात आले ते.
but I'm not able to restrict the file.
No, so you should.
I don't get down also.
Have you set the directory? Is the file stored in that directory?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so show me your R code now. Show me what's there. Show me, share your file, share your code.
I'm getting like in the console, like I'm getting all these messages.
Show me what message you're getting.
Like this from all these things. Like please don't use any codes or other communication you don't need.
No. Because you are using some old file called scroll. So close everything, save this file, close everything and start running it. Yeah, because there is some. You are running something which is, there is something called swirl which teaches you statistics. You are running that, yeah? So shut everything, just open, save this file, just open this file and run this.
That is all. Like basically I have opened a new file.
Yeah, but the old console is still running that old thing. So just save this, shut your R and start it again. Just exit from your R fully. Exit from your R fully, close your R. Yeah. Open this again and then read this. Open a new file again and read this.
So this person.
Getting it now? Getting it now, Pallavi?
No. So I'm getting an error that no such file or directory.
No, then you have to set your session, you have to set your directory, right? Working directory. Set it again because you closed R and you are opening it. So you have to set your working directory again.
Yes, I'm able to do.
And now, have you saved that rajni.csv file in that working directory?
So it was already there, like at the beginning only, like I already saved it here.
Okay, so make sure that so share your screen.
Is my screen shared?
Not yet.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's running, no?
It's running now, but actually I have to close the session.
Yeah.
I don't know like why this it was not working when the session was still open. I did open a new file.
Yeah. Now so you can view the data, right?
Yes. I'm just confused like why can't we got the new file in the same session without closing it?
You can, but there is a package called Swirl which teaches you statistics in an interactive fashion. So for some reason that was operating on you must have copied that package or somewhere and it was running. So if it is running, it's an interactive package. It was asking you questions about yourself. So you have to get out of that. That's why.
But if we just repeat exercise once, like, I think I just got lost in it.
Pardon? Yeah. So what you have to do, Pallavi, is you have given that data. There is a column called religion, right? So you have to convert these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into the correct codes. Can you see my screen now?
So not yet.
Okay. Yeah, can you see now, Pallavi? So that religion column has to be rechanged, right? You have to recode it. Then for,
To the left. Can you go to the left?
pardon?
Can you scroll it to the left side?
Yeah, but now also we have learned something to try to use, don't just copy from here. Try to use what we did some time ago on your own. Right, so you have to do this, recode it. After you have recoded it, you have to do 3 things. You have to draw a box plot for household consumption expenditure for each religion. You have to find the mean household consumption expenditure, household size for each religious group, and you have to put that into a table, right? And then you have to show me that table, like we did those tables, in the first lecture. So show me those tables, and you have to then do a regression. Basically, you have to do a scatter diagram where on the y-axis you have household consumer expenditure, on the x-axis you have household size, and then comment on the relationship. You got this?
I think so.
Wonderful. Where are the tables? And the box plots also.
Yeah. So here is the table.
Perfect.
Then
No, but this table you have to do it in the way we did those tables in nice colorful pattern, no? First class.
we can
Like that you have to do. So they should be presentable tables.
Okay.
Yeah? And then second, show me the box plot.
And
No, where is the box plot? Box plot has gone wrong. On each axis, on the x-axis, I want the religious groups. And on the y-axis, I want household consumption expenditure.
oh, so we can change it here.
Yeah, yeah,
Abhi I can change it. And
Yeah.
then there is this.
yeah.
Ek second.
This is perfect, right? But then can you do a different one for each religious group? I want a different regression line for each religious group in different color.
And for box plot, we want religion instead of household.
Yeah. But you understood now how this works?
Yes. Can you show this religion code, like, what is the nation given, religion code?
It's there on the screen, no?
Numbers, right? Okay, we have scrolled a bit late, no? That's why.
Okay.
Just one question. So can you put an age here, like, religion 9 and is other. So can you put an age here, like, after 7?
Pardon?
So after 7 there is 9.
Yeah, there is no 8. There is no 8 in the coding. 9 is for all others. काहीतरी गडबड करतेस ना. कुणाच आहे? हाऊ मेनी ऑफ यू गेटिंग दिस? स्लो प्रोग्रेस. या स्लो प्रोग्रेस.
पूर्ण रन केलं पण हे जे रिलिजनचे नेम आहेत ते चेंज होत नाही.
कुठे आहे तुझं? पण हे तू सेव्ह केलंस का कशात?
या विंडोमध्ये आहे कोड.
कुठे आहे?
वरती हे रन होतं पण ते नेम चेंज होतं.
कारण NSSO रिप्लेसवर काम केलं पाहिजेस ना तू.
हो
कळलं?
येस येस आय गॉट इट.
आता समजा असं केलंस NSSO अंडरस्ट्रोक हां है ना.
त्याच्यानंतर स्टेप काय करायचं आपल्याला?
त्याच्यानंतर तुला हे तर काढलंस ना. आता तुला 2 गोष्टी करायच्या. प्रत्येक रिव्हिजनसाठी तुला बॉक्स प्लॉट काढायचा आहे कन्व्हेन्शन एक्सपेंडिचरचा. हां कन्व्हेन्शनचा बॉक्स प्लॉट काढायचा आणि प्रत्येक रिव्हिजनसाठी हाऊसहोल्ड साईजचा बॉक्स प्लॉट काढायचा आणि नंतर हाऊसहोल्ड एक्सपेंडिचर आणि हाऊसहोल्ड साईज एक्स ॲक्सिसवर हाऊसहोल्ड साईज वाय ॲक्सिस हाऊसहोल्ड एक्सपेंडिचर हे रिग्रेशन लाईन काढायची आणि प्रत्येक रिजनसाठी सेपरेट काढायची.
अच्छा प्रत्येक रिजनसाठी
सेपरेट काढायची. हां
आपलं जी प्लॉट वापरायचा कोड
हां करेक्ट. हो हे फक्त टेबल करायचं. IO.टेबल वगैरे आपण केलं होतं ना पहिलं. त्याच्यावर छान प्रेझेंटेबल टेबल्स करायचे लाल पिवळ्या कलरचे वगैरे विच कॅन बी सेव्ड अँड पुट इन अ डायग्राम. देन सेकंडली नाव फॉर ईच रिलिजियस ग्रुप क्रिएट अ बॉक्स प्लॉट ऑफ हाऊसहोल्ड कन्झम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर. मीनचा नाही ओव्हरऑल आणि हाऊसहोल्ड साईजचे पण कलर देम अकॉर्डिंगली ईच रिलिजन. आणि मग ते झाल्यानंतर हाऊसहोल्ड साईज वाय ॲक्सिस एक्स ॲक्सिसवर कन्झम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर वाय ॲक्सिसवर and then draw a scatter diagram and a regression line through it and a separate regression line for each religious group. Doesn't matter if you're going wrong, just try. Next class will solve everything. Yeah, it's important that you try now something on your own. आ रहा है वो? जमते? नो? प्रयत्न कर, just try.
Sir, can I share my screen once?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, sir. I'm running the bits.
Yeah.
that I ran this.
Okay.
So if I run this, I can see this table, but I don't see, like, for example, the religion thing we have changed, like,
Because, Pallavi,
the name.
yeah, just can you show me your code again? What are you viewing? So what are you trying to view? You are trying to view data understroke replace, right?
Yes.
You are trying to see data understroke data, Pallavi. There is a problem.
Okay.
Why have you written data dash here? Data, right? Data, the pipe is not there, no? See, it is just one line you have drawn. But you have to give that pipe one line and that plus sign, that sign has to be there, right? It's a pipe, no? So the pipe command says take data, do the rest of things. It is not just one line. Look at the pipe command. See? No, Pallavi. No. Just close this. I will show you what is there. Just close this. Let me share so that I am presenting now. See, you see this is a pipe, right? Can you see this?
Yeah.
And you have just put one line there. This is the pipe command which says take data and do the rest of the things on this, and this is what tells the computer to do this. Yeah? Got this?
I'm not sure if it is like, it is being replaced with a connection.
Show me, no, no. Now show me your screen. I have stopped replacing. Share your screen now. Yeah, share your screen. Okay, now check view data understroke replace, because that is the data set that we will be working on, right? Things have been put into data understroke replace. So view data understroke replace. No, I mean view data understroke replace, not view data. Data understroke replace is where everything is being put, right? No, you don't need to do the rest of it. Pallavi, you have already done data understroke replace. You now need to just view it. That you will view the data after you have modified it, right?
Okay, yes, it's coming now.
Okay. There is a sequence. First you did everything, you created data understroke replace, and then you will view data understroke replace. How can you view data understroke replace before doing the replacement? Yeah?
Yes, got it. Yes, there's a different data.
Yeah. Got this? Okay. So guys, you can carry this home. Next class, come with your mistakes. Yeah? And then you'll then learn what mistakes you made. Sure? Okay. So thank you so much.